Good evening. It's 9 o'clock in the UK. Basically, welcome to my new channel, See Proverbs. I basically did have to. I've got a few channels actually on YouTube. I've got one for my college course. I've got Happy Catholic Mum, which was, I can't remember why I set that originally, but I've got a few videos on there. I've got Warrior Dieter Eileen, which was my most recent dieting channel, and then before that I had Healthy Eating 2009, which I started this time last year. And this channel that I've just started is excuse me, I'm going to be focusing on God this year, well, always, and putting him first before all these other things that I like. When I feel like I want to have something to eat that I probably shouldn't have, I'm going to pray about it and try and combat this desire for food that I have, this addiction. I'm addicted to food basically. It's getting better, but because of my weight and the weight gain I've had over the last however long, and the struggle I've had with this addiction and the stronghold that I've got, it's made me slowful, which then I get depressed. I wouldn't say I suffer from depression, but I get bouts of depression and just low points where I'm trapped in the body that God did not intend me to have. I weigh approximately, I would say, I guess, about 256 at the moment. I'm not going to be weighing myself every week, and there's not going to be a weight loss channel, but I will occasionally weigh myself if I feel I'm losing, releasing, getting rid of the sinful pounds that I put on through gluttony. So anyway, I'm going to read something today. I wanted to share this. I went out with my children for a meal, and I bought a paper. I actually bought the paper yesterday, and it's a story, I don't know if you could see it, of this guy, and it's got how I lost 46 stone after life-saving op to beat food addiction. Okay, and that's a picture of him when he was 61 stone, and that's a picture of him now, starting 2010, at 15.5 stone. Okay, and he lives in the UK, and I found this really interesting because it made me think, and I thought, if I don't get rid and release this weight and trust in God to do it for me and help, well, not for me, obviously I have to make a big effort, but if I don't lean towards him and use his words and what he's taught me in here, and praying to him and speaking to him and sharing with him to help me release this weight, I could end up like this guy, right? And or worse, I could just, and my children need me. I'm a widow with 4 children, they need me. So this guy, I'll read it briefly. I don't know if I'll have time because I don't know how long this video is going to be. But it just said, a former pub landlord who once weighed more than 61 stone is celebrating the start of 2010 as a new man. Colin Corfield has shed an incredible 46 stone after finally kicking his addiction to food. Right? So basically, he had a bypass, what do you call it? Gastric bypass band fitted, so he can only eat the size of a mince pie. Now there's various videos on here of people who've had that done, and that's fine, you know, that's what they feel they've had to do, they've resorted to have these things done. He said it cost him 33,000, this operation, and his mother had to sell her home for him to have this life-saving operation. Now, you know, it's an amazing story, and if you can look him up, if you look up Colin Corfield, you'll probably find it on YouTube somewhere. Someone's bound to have done a video about him. There's also a bit in there which I'm going to do a separate video maybe if I get a chance. My son's waiting for me to spend some time with him, so I can't do it now, but it's all about what scientists feel is what makes people eat dessert when they're full up. So it's quite interesting as well to look into that. I believe in a lot of this to a certain degree, but I also believe, for me personally, I believe that when you do something that we shouldn't be doing, something negative, which is not from God, then it comes from a negative force, which I feel comes from, well, Satan himself. But not, I wouldn't say directly from him, but it's, sin comes from, sin is, sin is, described as, sin isn't, how can I explain this, right? Sin is when you do something that is not godly, then it's a sin, okay? So when it's not pleasing to God, or it's not from God, then it's a sin, okay? So God did not intend us to eat loads and loads and loads of food, right? And he didn't we eat up till we're full, and we eat enough, and we eat healthy foods and all that, that's fine. But he did not want us to live to eat, did he? He didn't create us just to eat. He wanted us to eat to live, not live to eat, right? So I could go on about this topic for hours and hours and hours, but basically this bypass operation is very drastic, and this man is, if you read his story, it's released him from this addiction. I just will pray for him that he doesn't go back down that same path and put the weight back on, because if he's overcome this, then that's fantastic. But for me, I feel the only way I can overcome my addiction to food and being slothful is through trusting in God, and God will release me. And once God releases you from addictions, you never get them back, okay? But anyway, that's another topic another day. So I just wanted to share that, because I'm going to be starting a slightly different lifestyle than what I've been doing, and instead of going on diets and stuff, I'm going to be eating one main meal a day, and then the rest of the time I'm going to be just very small, like maybe a piece of fruit or some coffee or a drink, or just cut right down and just have one main meal. And the main meal I have is going to be very healthy, but I'm going to be praying a lot more about it and not worrying about it and not weighing myself all the time, and just focus on when I feel like I'm not going to go for a walk, I'm going to pick up my Bible and read and get some inspiration and get God to move me, So he moves mountains, doesn't he? So, well, faith can move mountains, mustard seed and all that, but so he can move me. Anyway, I'm going because that's it. So just say welcome to my new channel, and I'm going to be using this channel. Hopefully I'll have a thought for the day, or I might have a reading from the Bible, or I don't know, it just depends what I fancy talking about. And that's it. If you want to put comments, fine. If you put nasty comments, or you want a big discussion, or you want to change my mind, I won't debate that, because the only one that will change my mind is through prayer and reflection. And I'll be interested in comments, because it always makes you think. And if there's any comments that I think are valid, I'll pray about it. And that's it, really. But I won't be getting into big discussions with people. So anyway, take care, God bless, and Happy New 2010. Happy New Year. I'll wish you more Happy New Year tomorrow. Okay, God bless. Bye.